If you'd like to see more of our videos, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube or follow us here on Instagram. Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMtrading. Today is November 21st, 2019. And today is Thursday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day, starting out at 2:30 South African time. Out of the European Union, we have ECB monetary policy. This is a very important number, so you do want to know what's coming out. We'll take a look at the euro in just a moment. And then at 3:40 South African time, out of Canada, we have the Bank of Canada Governor Powell will be speaking as well. Now, speaking of the Canadian dollar, we see that the US dollar continues to gain versus the Canadian dollar as it weakens to resistance. We're going to take a look at that. We mentioned that yesterday. And then looking at the Dow Jones, we continue to taper off, shedding off 100 points yesterday, so altogether about 300 points from our all-time highs. And looking at the commodities, gold pretty much unchanged while oil spikes. And lastly, looking at the stocks, altogether they've been tapering off with consistency with the Dow Jones, but they're still very resilient, okay? The markets are still very, very strong, so just be aware of that. But let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're jumping here into the EURUSD at a 4-hour chart. You can see we're pretty much hugging this resistance level right here. So there's one or two possibilities here, obviously, okay? It's a 50-50 toss-up at this stage. More likely it's going to sell off, okay? Maybe it's not 50-50, maybe it's 51-49, okay? But you do want to know that there is a resistance here and that we're at this number, we're at this level right before this event happens later today, and as the events tomorrow as well. We have a bunch of flash manufacturing or PMI numbers, services PMI numbers coming out tomorrow, which are also very significant. Okay, the last time we had that, or the last couple of times we had that, the market actually reacted quite volatile to those type of events. So you do want to know this number is coming out later today and that we are at this threshold. So if we do break either side, okay, if we do break the lower side, okay, break this area at 1056, I could see it definitely getting back to this area, okay? In the event that it does, break above this 1079-ish level, you do have resistance right here, or a minor resistance level right here at this 10-ish level, 110.80-ish level, okay? And then the next real resistance at this 1170-ish level. So, with that said, as the market has kind of rotated and it's been very flat, the euro hasn't been trading tremendous volatility, neither has the GBP, okay? But jumping into the US Canadian dollar, okay, this is what I was talking about yesterday. This is actually rallied from this area of 132, to 133.26, and we're at that resistance right now. So this is really an important level right now, as well as we enter today's event of Governor Powell speaking. Okay, so I'd look to some comments that he's saying about the markets because they are weighing in. Okay, now looking at the commodities, gold is tipping off at 1470, really unchanged here. You see it's really in a tight range as well. Well, oil actually spiked yesterday, okay, going from 55 to 56.93 to 57, over $2 in that one day. But we're still trading in a range here, okay? If you're playing that range, great, okay? We've mentioned this several times. If we look at a daily, we've been really consolidating here since May, okay, not major events, okay? We've only broken around this range maybe once or twice. So this little rally right here may start indicating a little bit of a upwards trend line, okay? That could actually be happening, so just be aware of that. If it does retrace to that level, maybe to pick it up at the next time. Now looking at the Dow Jones, all right, so we continued to taper off yesterday to 27,700-ish level. We're looking at a 4-hour chart. If we get a little bit to 1-hour chart, you see we're kind of choppy here, okay? Not a lot of volume. We are going into the holiday season next week, and that's usually a time that people like to book some of their profits and take some money off the table, and that's exactly what's happening. But I would almost guarantee it that between Thanksgiving and New Year's, we'll have some sort of rally, okay? Not even a question. Now looking at the stocks, JP Morgan sold off just a little bit, Google sold off a little bit more, okay, Microsoft off, but then still being very resilient after hitting $150 a share. Looking at Facebook also selling off a little bit. So, this is consistency with the market. We'd like to see this because this means that the stocks there's no parity between the strength of the stocks and the strength of the general market or the Dow Jones. So just keep that in mind as we enter today's session. It might not even be an event today. So, just take that into consideration as we go into today's session. But going into tomorrow, major numbers coming out. So, prepare yourselves for that. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.